All right, here we go. We are back taking a look at what I would say is a sort of slept-on archetype right now. This is Izzet Control, a archetype that was pretty much popularized around the time that Ionize came out in either Ravnica Allegiance, one of the Ravnica sets for sure. I think it was Allegiance. But when this came out, it was kind of a decent time to be playing this sort of deck. Decks were playing a lot of control that revolved around getting these big spells onto the stack and having them resolve. So playing an Ionize was generally pretty good. Hurts your opponent and counters a spell. So if you can do that at the same time, this is a lot of value for you. In this deck, we're playing a lot of counter magic. We're playing Ionize, and we're playing some of the new cards. Flare of Denial, obviously a free counter spell if you have something like a Snapcaster Mage on the battlefield. A cool interaction is that you can snap back a Flare of Denial and then sack the Snapcaster Mage to it, which is cool. Flare of Duplication, sort of a counter spell if you think about it weirdly. For 3 mana, you get to copy target instant or sorcery spell. You can also sack one of your DRCs or Ragavans. Basically, just copying either your opponent's big spell or one of your opponent's counter spells is a good way to make stuff not happen. Obviously, Ionize, like we mentioned before, and then we have one of the other new cards, rather, since the flares are new as well. Invert Polarity from Modern Horizons 3 allows you to choose a spell, flip a coin. Either you gain control of the spell or you counter the spell. So we think about this on the basis of that at the minimum, it's a counter spell. At the maximum, we get whatever our opponent casted, which is cool. This is just target spell, so we can target anything. If we get a planeswalker, that's huge. If we get a big creature, that's huge. If we get some big combo piece, that's huge. Countering an omniscience like this would be absolutely insane for us. Who knows if that'll happen, but we'll see. We're playing one final new card from Modern Horizons 3, and that's a spell land, Sink into Stupor. Just bounces something. We can later counter it with any one of our almost 13 counter spells. Valakut Awakening in the deck as well. Expressive Iteration both help with the card advantage. Brainstorm as well. Brainstorm also is comboing with Tameo, one of the new Planeswalkers. We're just running one of her today. If she flips into Tameo Seasoned Scholar, it's nice because we have a body or a Planeswalker for them to attack, and that will take their focus off of us directly. But for the most part, she's not doing anything super impactful. Just making some clues, making so that our opponent's creature boards can't attack. Dragon Rage's Channeler, Ragavan Nimble Pilferer, just common red cards that we're playing. Lightning Bolt as well. And then Snapcaster Mage, like I mentioned, we have so many things for the snapback. Brainstorm, Lightning Bolt, Expressive Iteration, any one of our flares, Ionize or Invert Polarity, Sink into Stupor, Valakut Awakening as well. So many good hits here. We're also running Mystic Sanctuaries here so that we can loop our counter magic. Looping and Ionize is a way to win a game. It is pretty darn good. You can also just find direct damage with your Lightning Bolt, find your counter magic, find your card draw. We can really do everything with Mystic Sanctuary, so we are playing 3 of them. It'll be important to try to find as many islands as possible, and if you look at the deck, pretty much all the cards except for the basic mountains and the Castle Vantresses are island producing, so we should be able to Mystic Sanctuary a good bit of the time. So that being said, this is going to be Izzet Control here. Hopefully it should be a fun deck tech as we get to show this one off. Quick reminder before we hop into round 1 to make sure to like and comment to help with a YouTube algorithm, and subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's hop into round 1 now and see if we can take a win with Izzet Control. Okay, here we go. This is round 1. I'm hoping for a good start here. Dragon's Rage Channeler, I always say that wrong, is a very good start here. I think we'll keep this one. DRC, Expressive Iteration could be a nice way to go. Unfortunately, we don't have a land that comes in untapped. We'll look for a third one here with Thundering Falls, and I'd be happy to find another land at this point. We're just looking to have an Ionize ready at some time. Sadly, Expressive Iteration, not an instant speed spell, so we'll have to decide whether or not we're committing to the board or getting more value with our DRCs. Holding up a Ionize, that is. So did not find what we needed to right there. Here, we will go into turn 2 with the Dragon's Rage Channeler on the battlefield, though. Opponent fetches a Polluted Delta. Will this be a scam situation? A scam situation's not too bad here. In a top deck, we're happy to just be ionizing stuff and snapcastering things. It'll be under city sewers here. And initially from blue-black, I get the reanimation vibe here. We will have to see, though. Let's present a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Say go. So we're either going to be able to hold up Ionize next turn, or we'll be able to Snapcaster or Dragon's Rage. Alright, so it's going to have to be actually Expressive Iteration here, looking for a land. If they counter this, the worst case is we just get a Surveil off. We're fine going to a counter battle. We already have stuck a creature on the battlefield. And it looks like they're thinking about it. This could be Reprieve, send it back to hand. It's not. We will mill over a DRC here, start to fill up the graveyard. That should be 2 out of 4. And let's see what Expressive Iteration finds. We need to find a land. We do find triple land here. We'll go Sink to Stupor into hand, I'd say. Since we want to actually cast that, Valakut Awakening can go into the graveyard, then we will exile Valakut now. Notably, we cannot cast actually a good number of our cards, given that Sink to Stupor is in our hand. Maybe that should have been the play this turn, but we're at least getting a tapped land in. We can shock this next turn if we need to. And actually, I should attack with the DRC, unless they have Bowmasters, which would be a little bit awkward. I think we just pass through regardless. They'll have to flash the Bowmasters now. It'll actually be Faithful Mending. Okay, they could still play Bowmasters. You never know. This is looking like Esper Reanimator, though. So we got to be worried about that turn 4 with Unburial Rites. They've put only lands in this instant in the graveyard so far, though. Flooded Strand, they might go for Faithful Mending again. So we just need to get to a point where we can hold up Ionize here. I think that will be what we have to do. Oh, Delny. Not at all what I thought would be happening. So Delny here, going to make sure that the 2 or less things go into the battlefield, and then we double trigger things. I can Sink to Stupor her, but I think I have to go put this into play. If I shock this, this is DRC, holding up Invert Polarity and Ionize. We pay the 3 life for this. We play a DRC, and then we pass the turn holding up a bunch of crap. If it's something that we want to take, we invert polarity, otherwise we ionize. This is a great position to be in for this deck, as we're about to flip double DRC. And it's a good position because they don't have much mana, and we have just hard counter magic here. We resolve this. No Snapcaster Mage needed just yet. If I were to snap back something, I guess it could be Flare sacrificing a DRC. We'll have to see. If they attack, we take it. And we'll get to go to our turn here. That's fine. I can dash a Ragavan here, or I can just play a Ragavan, have my same turn as last turn. See if they want to try to counter this. I mean, we just have to continue to hold these counter magic up. Make sure that we take their turn. We might go in with Ragavan next turn and force a trade here. It looks like they want to be very slow about this game. Otherworldly Gaze, that's fine. We'll let them have that one. We just basically need to counter any reanimation. It looks like they're just using these Surveils to sculpt their hand. It doesn't look like they're trying to set up any graveyard stuff so far. We'll see what happens after this Otherworldly Gaze, though. Oh yeah, there's an Agent of Treachery in the graveyard. Good to know about. Somehow they want to reanimate this. If I yoink reanimate, that's actually huge. Invert polarity will be great. Faithful Mending, don't care. Oh, actually, I suppose with them tapped out, I should have countered that. I'm holding up mana and not using it. Alright, it is what it is. That actually would have been a 4 life swing. So yeah, I guess I can feel bad about that for now. But they're going to move into their turn here after doing things on my end step. So maybe it is worth it to hold this right now. I don't want them to reanimate their agent. So I'd like to see them try it now. We'd go invert polarity. Elish Norn. Okay, well, Elish Norn is great to take for us since I think a lot of their stuff is ETBs. So we invert polarity this. Double Surveil here. We're looking for a land. Ionize is not bad, but I think I'd rather have a land here. We have Snapcaster Mage. And that is just a counter, unfortunately. It is fine. We'll see if Delny attacks. And they're looking to trigger things with power 2 or less. I think that's meant to double trigger Agent of Treachery, I see. So they're just trying to steal all my crap. We can go Bolt here, hold up Invert Polarity, and Ionize. I like that idea. That's essentially free because of Ragavan. Now we're looking to flip these guys. We have instant. Lightning Bolt is okay, but not terrible. It's just okay, is what I mean. Still just 3 on the DRC as it is what it is. I am missing instant sorcery, creature, land. Yeah, we're stuffed up on the lands. Alright, we get Ragavan here. We'll exile the top here. This is Ephemerate. We can Ephemerate a Snapcaster Mage, but I don't really think it's worth it. Alright. We know that some sort of reanimation's coming, so we just got to be ready for that. Looks like they're targeting something now. They're looking at the Elish Norn currently. Reanimate. I think we go invert polarity on that. See if we can copy it. We're looking for flips on the DRC as well. Valakut Awakening. Sadly not a land as far as the DRC is considered. Looks like they might... Ooh, they've got mana drain for this, so they will be getting their Elish Norn back. That's fine. We do have attackers here. And we can always Snapcaster back something. We don't have the support for Mystic Sanctuary, so we will flip these DRCs. They're at 10. Is there another reanimate here? Wow, there's 2. That's brutal. You really hate to see it. So we are losing a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Do these have Delirium? Oh, they do. Darn. Opponent's at 3. We still win here, though, with Snapcaster Mage flashing back Bolt. Oh, no, we don't, because of Elish Norn. Brutal. Well, we're going to have to rely on Ionize or a top deck here. Flare of Denial. We can set this in and then pitch Flare of Denial, I suppose. That's really all the Snapcaster Mages are good for right now. Not attacking this turn. We're ending this. If I flash in 2 Snapcaster Mages, that gets me almost able to kill an Elish Norn. Do I block? I don't think I block. We're going to take a lot. We're taking 10. So we have to start blocking next turn. Alright, we counter anything with Ionize here. Alright, move to our turn. Top deck. It is merely a Ragavan. We will show them Snapcaster here. Snapcaster will just be a double chump block. Pass. Yeah, so we have Snapcaster and one time either Ionize or Flare. Alright, we'll wait till they attack. They're leaving back the Agent of Treachery. We're going to be allowed to go to 1 without doing anything here. We block. And if I put 2 Snapcaster Mages in, I cannot attack through. That's unfortunate. So the Snapcaster Mages don't do anything right now. We may as well just cast both of them. Resolve, and it really just comes down to this top deck now. Either we have it or we don't. We definitely had it without this Elish Norn, unfortunately. Possibly I could have Snapcastered and gotten back this, where is it? This Flare of Duplication. That actually would have been the best, sacking a DRC. That would have changed the most about this board state. Move to my turn here, and it's merely a island. We can go Ragavan here. We'd have to cast with dash. We attack in with everything. They go to 1. They definitely block Ragavan. Darn. And we just need them to cast something on the end step that gets ionized. That's the only way that we win. And they're actually looking to cast something here. This could be a chance. We should just snap on this ionize right now. They're going to have it. Is this mana drain from hand? Let's see. We were not expecting to get a chance here, but all of a sudden now we have a chance. Flare of Denial. We can pitch cast this, sacking our Snapcaster Mage. And with our last card in hand, can we get in for the last point of damage? It's looking like we might be able to. They cannot gain life. Now they can only otherworldly gaze. I think we have them. That's crazy. Yeah, this is a game that we were not supposed to win. Our opponent just attacks in and we're dead. They just make their blocks do nothing, go to 1. Counter otherworldly gaze, take 2. And do they have Fatal Push? That's the last thing that could possibly be here. Can we go to damage? And it looks like we are going to take it from absolutely out of nowhere there. Through a Elish Norn, Mother of Machines, Agent of Treachery, we are going to take round 1. That was actually pretty sweet. We never gave up and actually got there for once. That was pretty sweet. Great round 1. Let's go into round 2. Okay, here we go. Round 2. We started off strong in round 1. This is going to be a hand that has no blue mana, and I think we can't keep that. We need to have a little bit of both. This does have it. It does have triple Ragavan. We're going to put one of those back here, and we'll go turn 1 Ragavan. And then if they deal with turn 1 Ragavan, we go turn 2 dashed Ragavan. All right. I am sold. Let's go here. This is turn 1 Ragavan. Let's go. Will he survive? Let's see. And they'll just surveil here, so it looks like we are getting in with a Ragavan. That's huge. Bowmasters to the graveyard. They got a bauble here. Looks like they'll take a look at my top here. No, they will actually not. We now have Lightning Bolt to deal with Bowmasters. We know that that's about to be a problem. We're going to go in here first with Ragavan. Seems as though they should have cast the bauble first, check their top. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I guess they were trying to figure out if they should have given me in Bowmasters or not, so that makes sense. We'll get a blind look at their top. Mesmeric Orb, of all things. Do I care about that? I don't care to play it. And the opponent's actually going to give it to us here. Kind of surprising. I don't know why that's worth a concession on the first turn of the game here. Maybe they're just looking to jam some games and I'm taking a little bit too long to make my decision. But hey, that's it's worth a win to me. We'll go ahead and just run another round back here. Re-record round 2 since that was a little bit fast. Let's hop in. Let's get right in there. And hopefully this queue doesn't take too long. It's the afternoon. It's hot out. Hopefully people are inside gaming. We'll see though. If it takes 20 seconds, maybe we go ahead and hit a re-record. Let's see. To go over 15 seconds is quite a long time for how I usually do this, but we've called it 20 seconds. Let's get in there. Re-record of round 2 coming up. Let's get it. All right, so this opening hand has good lands. Gets us an expressive iteration, which is nice. I think I'm down to keep it. Always feels bad going down on mana, or going down on card count. Let's see what opponent's on here. Jugantha the Wellspring. There's a lot of things that run that. Red-white. Oh, this could be the very common red-white... or, sorry, yeah, the red-white burn deck, or red-white control. I gotta decide color-wise. They can drop a... They can drop a Blood Moon, so I guess I might want at some point to get a basic blue. We'll take it now, I suppose. Why not? Then we'll go Expressive Iteration. We don't have anything to play right now, but we'll exile the worst card of the three. A DRC is nice. I think I want that in hand. And then let's exile the second Expressive Iteration. Don't need that. We'll have enough through this DRC's Surveil. It's just Sky Control, possibly. They're going to Bolt. Surprising. Let's make sure that this DRC gets in. We will play around Spell Pierce. And I'm thinking, do I want to play the Scalding Tarn or the basic Mountain? I think I'll play the Scalding Tarn. We go DRC here. That just got through very easy, so we'll hold up Lightning Bolt off of a Shock Steam Vents. Tribal Flames. Ah, okay, so I see what we're doing here. That's fine. You can do that. And we'll Surveil here. Get some card advantage here. Another DRC, yes please. We'll get to holding up Flare of Denial or Ionize plus that DRC. Perfect. Alright, this is a great position for us to be in. If we're not forced to make any plays here, we have double Lightning Bolt. So let's say Ionize that. We get to Surveil here, possibly flip our DRC. Alright, that's fine. That does go to Graveyard here. And they have 3, so this is still going to die. I can't do anything about it. Should I take a Brainstorm? I think a Brainstorm is good here. We'll keep that. So it's 2 DRCs in Graveyard, but they don't have a board, and we're at least dealing some damage here and there. We'll go Brainstorm here. Snapcaster is nice. We'll put 2 cards back. One will be Bolt, one will be... Well, we can't cast Flare of Denial right now. We can cast it if we get in with a Ragavan, except we won't have the 3rd mana, so I think Flare of Denial does go back. And then we want to draw it. I'm going to... Well, I don't really want to Surveil that away, so it is what it is. I should have done that the flipped way. Leave that. Ragavan, cast with Dash. We'll get some mana here. And we bank that. Alright, so I have Snapcaster Mage, which can get back stuff that's uncastable, so we're really not doing anything this turn. It'll just be this Lightning Bolt. We'll pass. Hopefully they don't make any big plays here. Alright, so they should have Domain by this point. We gotta worry about Territorial Kavu. So that does require a few bolts to deal with. We can kill one of those by next turn, though. We actually just got our turn back, which is sweet. Let's stick a Ragavan, possibly, or should we... we should get in with the Ragavan. I think the card advantage is a little bit worth it. We'll continue to do this, holding up Flare of Denial. Okay, move in. Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, what if we say no to that? I think we say no to that. Alright, get in. Again, we're not really able to hold anything over our opponent's head, but I think this Deathrite Shaman is worth it. Alright, we got something that they might want to spend effort dealing with. We're going to have another Bolt next turn. This Deathrite doesn't die to Bowmasters now. We should be insulated against them killing us. We have double spell for Territorial Kavu, that's fine. Nishoba Brawler all of a sudden is also a thing we want to deal with. Move to turn. So we can go Bolt, Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Yeah, sick. That's perfect. So Bolt, Bolt, Snap, Bolt. So we can do all of that. Oops, I meant to cast Ragavan. So we'll cast a Ragavan. We can even make mana with the Deathrite Shaman. We will pass turn. No attacks. And we're basically holding on until we can cast all this stuff. Breakout, it's fine. Hopefully they don't find another Territorial Kavu. That'd be awkward. They do find one. So now we have to deal with 2 of those. Let's wait for the attacks. So then we are going to go... this is EI and Scalding Tarn. Fine. So we want to kill 1 Territorial Kavu. Bang, bang. Then we go Snapcaster Mage. Flashback a bolt. We will bolt the Territorial Kavu. We can resolve those, and then we block with the Snapcaster. Alright, so they've all of a sudden only done 5 to us. And now we should have an attack in. Wooded Foothills by the Gigantha. Alright. And then I don't think I need the mana right now, so we'll hold. Valakut Awakening. We have to just attack in with a Ragavan. They go to 4. They go to 1. And then they go to 0 with Deathrite. Each opponent loses 2 life. We will target instant or sorcery. Alright, sweet. So that is the game there. We are going to take it against Domain Zoo in a pretty great fashion, honestly. We just held our stuff back when they committed. We also committed and dealt with their board. And then the opportunity to kill presented itself here. That was a pretty sweet game. Let's hop in round 3. Alright, here we go. Round 3. Let's get it. Flare of Denial off of the Snapcaster Mage is not bad. Ionize here is set up. Mystic Sanctuary is not. We'll have a Brainstorm to work with. It's okay. I'll keep. We're going to take turn 1 off. It'll be Once Upon a Time here. Will this be creature based? Or will it be lands based? Alright, so we have to watch out for Primeval Titan. That's a good thing that we are a counterspell deck. This Thoughtseize will only be able to take 1 of our counterspells. Will Flare of Denial go back? We do have Flare of Denial on a turn 2. So it's a turn 2 counterspell, basically. We actually just redraw the Flare of Denial. Sick. They know the colors that we're on. We're going to get a basic red mana here, and then we hold up Brainstorm. I don't think we do anything with Flare of Denial here. We're just waiting until they try to make a Haymaker like Primeval Titan or Natural Order. Those are really the only things that we're worried about. They do block effectively against the Snapcaster Mage, though. We just got to get some DRCs out. That's really what it comes down to here. I don't think we counterspell. I think we go Brainstorm. We do have Bolt now, which is perfect. We'll put 2 cards back on top. We're not really doing anything with any of these, so we like that. Mystic Sanctuary can be the second draw. And then let's go ahead and kill the Arboreal Grazer. That does block our flyers eventually. Alright, they have 4 mana. This turn we have to hold up mana for Natural Order. Pass right through. They'll attack. That's fine. And a pathway, sure. I could have dropped Snapcaster Mage. I'm fine that I didn't. End turn, say go. Alright, they're going to get some forests here and just kind of play towards casting the Primeval Titan. We do need to watch out for Cavern of Souls, which I know these decks do play. We're fine to just take 1-point chunks here and there. Another Ionize, we are going to be able to counter 1 spell every turn from here until the end of time. I think if we are at a point where we don't cast any spells here, we just drop the Snapcaster Mage. And then we'll flash back the Bolt. Assemble the team. Do I assemble the team here? I think we do. We don't want them to get Cavern of Souls. Alright, hopefully this is not Natural Order. Nice, we'll go to our turn. Another Flare of Denial, alrighty. We pass through. So we are very counterspell heavy here. We need to find some lands though. Alright, we're going to go for Snapcaster Mage here, killing the Kami. Should I actually grab Brainstorm? I think I should. Brainstorm is far better than killing that. And what are we doing on their side? It's going to be a surgical. Surgical targeting what? I guess they don't have to choose yet. Do I Flare of Denial this? I think I do need to Flare of Denial this. That's unfortunate. At least we do get the Brainstorm, presumably. And we'll actually get the win as well. How interesting. Looks like they were probably sitting on a Primeval Titan or something in hand, just one spell. And they were looking to grab their... Looks like they were probably trying to grab a Cavern of Souls with that, and then Surgical to take out. If I was them, I would have taken probably Ionize or Flare of Denial, both of which hit my current hand very hard, so I was forced to Flare of Denial there. And nice, that's actually worth the concession in their eyes. Cool, so that's round 3. We have round 4 coming up, and we're looking to continue to counter these spells with Izzet control. Here we go. Here we go, round 4. Opening hand is pretty nice. Early DRC or Ragavan. We're gonna keep this one. We'll present Ragavan first. I think DRC is a little bit stronger if the game goes long, so we want to present Ragavan early. So we go turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 DRC Brainstorm, and then turn 3 EI, and then continue on. Pay 2 life. This is all worth it. Here we go. Alright, let's send it. Overgrown Tomb comes in. Rubblevelt, Maverick. What are we doing with this guy? Surveil 2. Exile to put a counter on something. Okay. This could be like some weird Scurry Oak tech, but I'd be surprised to see black if that's the case. And we are finding Buried Alive. What are we burying alive here? I could not tell you. Either way, we shock in. I think we do need to make this trade, honestly. We do need to attack in and keep this board state small. Unfortunately, that does mean Ragavan dies. It is what it is here. We'll go DRC. And now we have the next phase of our plan going. We also have a creature in the graveyard, which is typically one of the harder ones to do if our opponent's not killing our things. Wooded Foothills, sure. What will we be searching? We still got to figure out what they're trying to put into the graveyard. Tangled Forhedron. Fine. I'm going to Brainstorm now. We get to Surveil. Ionize into the graveyard seems fine. We already have one in hand, and we're looking for lands to be able to play it. Scalding Tarn does shuffle away something. I almost want to put Valakut and Ionize away. Except we do need one counter spell right now. Snapcaster Mage is eventually a counter spell. I don't think Snapcaster Mage is the move currently, actually. So I think we go like this. Valakut and Snapcaster back. It's actually their turn, so we end up drawing one of these things. So I'll draw the Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, cool. Move to my turn. We go Scalding Tarn here. I should have not done that. But Expressive Iteration then next turn, I suppose? Or I Expressive Iteration trying to hit a 1-drop. How likely do I think that's going to be to happen? Not very likely. I say we try it though. Let's build a board state right now. Surveil that away. And then get our 3 looks. We find Ragavan. We can put Invert Polarity into hand. That might be good, because we don't really know what they're doing. And then now we have a Ragavan again. Sweet. Let's do this. In case... Actually, yeah, they are not in the colors that can Blood Moon me. I think we just take a untapped... Oh my god. Alright, well, we got to attack. We fetched the wrong source for Ragavan. That's a complete boneheaded move. We didn't need him anyway. We're going to go the distance with our DRC. Well, I feel dumb. Plague Crafter? Oh god, now our stuff's dead. I think they probably lose Plague Crafter here. Okay, so all of a sudden we've made a very even game for our opponents. Kind of wish I had that DRC back. Darn. So now I got to play around Snapcaster Mage here. Snapcaster Mage eventually will just need to come down as a creature. We can kill their Tangled Florahedron with it. I can also snap back and Brainstorm. I put a counter on the Florahedron. Fine. Now we have Snapcaster into recast something into Flare of Denial. We're in a good spot. We can Flare and then hold up Snapcaster Flare later as well. I think I take the damage. Everyone's hurting. We get a 13. They get to make a play here. Fiend Artisan. What do we think about that? Well, Fiend Artisan's kind of nice because I can turn my Snapcaster Mage into a DRC. So I could think about invert polaritying this spell. However, invert polarity is good against things that can't be countered because I have a 50% chance of just stealing the spell. Now the question is, are they going to be playing something like that? Let's say for now they're not. So I'm going to take away their toolbox here with invert polarity and possibly gain it for myself. Let's see. Cool. So now I have it. Move to my turn. So now we can Snapcaster Mage. We can Flare of Duplication even. I think if I go Snapcaster Mage into find a DRC, then I have Flare Duplication open. Okay, so a lot of things can happen here. I think, do we go in like this? No. We can't activate Fiend Artisan, so we have to go in. Okay. Here we go. They don't play anything. They go to 8. We pass. They're effectively at 5. Here goes Wooded Foothills. They're effectively at 4. Shock again, or shock anything, and we kill right now. Alright. We can kill in a turn. We can't kill right now. Reveal top 5. You may put a creature or a land into hand. Rest go into the graveyard. I mean, they're just probably trying to reanimate everything at once here. Possibly even just one thing with Unearth. All right. What have they revealed? Okay, fine. So they put a Bowmasters into hand. Fine. We'll go to their turn. They're actually not even going to try to reanimate anything with this Unearth. Surprising. That's more mana efficient for them. Evo Witness. Alright, so Evo Witness doesn't put anything on to the battlefield. I'm thinking that I probably end up Flare of Denialing this. And actually, you know what? I ionize this, they go to 1, and then they're pretty much... Or they go to 3, and then they're dead. Alright. This is the classic Izzet Control Strangle with Ionize. I don't think they have moves here. Alright, so now that we move to our turn here, we have Lightning Bolt with... We have Protected Kill with Lightning Bolt, basically. We attack and they block. They're going to block and then flash in Bowmasters. Sure. Yep. And then I don't have a thing in the graveyard, so we're just going to use Snapcaster here. And then we can just give any of these Brainstorm. Ionize can go back. We'll Flare of Denial, sacking the Snapcaster Mage, take out that Bowmasters, and then we'll show them that they are in fact dead to Lightning Bolt anyway. So we had Protected Kill with Lightning Bolt there. Pretty sweet. Great round 4 here. Really just kind of locked in after a kind of risky first half of the game, but made it work in round 4. So here comes round 5, one final round to top things off. Here we go. All right, last round. One more chance to get a good game in. No creatures in this one. Invert, Polarity, Ionize, and Flare of Duplication all sitting in hand. Probably not doing much here. Brainstorm does exist. If that doesn't find us a land, though, this hand really doesn't do anything. I think I will mulligan. And we have a much more aggressive hand, which I'm really happy to see. It does have to go slow because of the Valakut Awakening, but I think this is fine. We'll keep this, and then I think the Flare of Duplication goes away. We go Valakut Awakening. And we can shock the Sink into Stupor. Ruin Crab. Okay, so I think I go this. I think I go this. Pay 3 life, because life is about to not matter at all. Next turn we can dash a Ragavan. And likely can get a haste, or likely can get a DRC in. That'd be great. We're gonna Brainstorm as well. Let's do this now. Find some stuff that I don't care to have on top. We're going to Polluted Delta, possibly Mana Drain me. No, they're just going to mill me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know it was on top, so it's fine. I would like another DRC. Alright, so the two things we'll put on top. Mystic Sanctuary is about to be really strong, but we don't have the islands for it, so I think I do need to put that on top. We're not drawing we're not drawing, so my second card is going to get milled over at some point. We would like more red mana. We don't have it though, sadly. I think Invert Polarity will be the redraw. Or you know what? Maybe I do want another land. Alright, I think I do want another land. This does help me. Actually, yeah, Ruin Crab, right. Forgot about that. It's fine. Maddening Cacophony here. We'll mill some more. It's fine. DRCs somehow are not turned on yet, which is crazy. Steam Vents here. We have a land instance creature. We just need sorcery to go to the graveyard. Alright. Well, it looks like it's going to be shock a Steam Vents, play a DRC, play a Ragavan. We can dash the No, we'll just play the Ragavan. Easy block for them. That's fine. So eventually they're going to turn on our DRCs and then we're going to be in business. We'll Snapcaster back something as well at some point. Getting a little tough here. 34 cards left though. We have time. I think when we... Oh, that's tough. They'll need to activate Polluted Delta here. They should probably try to wait on that until after my attack. So maybe... I was going to say, yeah, they didn't need to do this. And now they're actually going to give me 6 damage to them. They did not need to be on this clock, but then they now are. We attack with everything. It just does not matter what happens at all. They block with Rag. We get in for 6. A draw of a Lightning Bolt means that this is a 1-turn clock. Not going to be it. Or, I mean, this could be setting it up, so we never know. Resolve. Lots of stuff in the graveyard. 21 cards left. They have 4 mana here. Sadly, we have no counter spells. Blooded Trand, sure. And they'll put something on top. It's going to probably be a mill spell. Adding Cacophony does make sense here. And there is 1 bolt in the graveyard. There's 2 bolts in the graveyard. That's bad for me. So we have 1 bolt, 2 bolts. Uh-oh, here comes a Snapcaster Mage. That's not good. What are you going to cast? Just Brainstorm. Okay. We're very, very close here. We just need a little bit more damage. Alright, my turn. 14 cards. It's not looking good here. Scalding Tarn doesn't find what we want. Mystic Sanctuary can't put anything back on top. It's looking like we have to go in here. These two must attack. We put them here, and then really, is there any hope that they don't have it? Maybe they... So actually, they could fetch and shock. That's the only thing. Okay, now that's not going to happen. Lair. Tough. They only need to put 8 in the graveyard. A Maddening Cacophony does it for me. We will float some blue. We will decline. They mill us for another 3 here. That's 8. And what are the odds they can't cast anything in their hand with 3 mana? Probably not great. Well, they only got to mill us for 2, so I'm thinking that it's going to be a little tough here. Now we can go Snapcaster Mage, counter this. Let's see if that's going to work. We are around Spell Pierce, and no, it's going to be Archive Trap here. Do they have more Archive Traps that they're about to play? Oh my gosh, they showed us 26 here. We'll just Lightning Bolt them then. It is what it is. Alright, and they'll go to 2 here. It is not quite going to be enough. Darn, if we had another Snapcaster Mage, we could have won in our upkeep. Not going to quite happen, though. We will just not block here. We will go to Death Step. Darn. Well, opponent was able to take us out in round 5 with Mill. Mill is not necessarily the worst matchup for us, since Snapcaster Mages do get us a lot, and as you saw, that got us very, very close. 2 life points away. With that being said, though, that brings us to the end of the deck tech today. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at Izzet Control with me. I had a lot of fun playing this deck, and I think that you guys will have fun with it too, so check out the deck list in the video description if you want to check out my Moxfield link. And with that being said, that brings us to the end of the video. So like and comment to help with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll see you guys in the next video.